Hey, it's almost time for Beakman. Where's the remote, Don?
I don't know, Herb.
Hey, how come you're taller than me all of a sudden? Don, you're sitting on the remote.
Well, I'm trying to hatch our own TV show.
Ooh, why don't you just turn on Beakman?
Oh, Beakman. How come he's got his own show?
'Cause he never lays an egg.
Fact. In a lifetime, the average American will eat approximately 20,000 eggs. I'm Beakman, and you've just broken into Beakman's world.
Sounds like the boss rode his horse to work.
What a ride! I'm raring and ready to go.
Right. Tony Crescenti of Burlingame, California writes, Dear Beakman, how do you make an electric motor?
Oh, I'm very motivated to answer this question, Tony. Electric motors are machines that change electrical energy into mechanical energy in order to do work. Lady and gentleret, start your motors. Electric motors are used in hair dryers, power tools, vacuums, sewing machines, blenders, tape and CD players, even cars.
Hey! Hold on just a tire-screeching minute, Mr. Motormouth. I thought gasoline engines made cars go.
Well, they do, Lester. But cars use electric motors to start their gasoline engines.
What makes an electric motor work anyway? She asked, conveniently.
Simple. It's all about one magnet pushing and pulling on another magnet. Magnet! Here we've got a magnet we've hung so it can spin around. As magnets commonly do, this one's got a North Pole and a South Pole.
Ooh, Herb, did you hear that? The South Pole. I love it when he talks about us.
He's talking about magnets, Don.
There are no maggots at the South Pole.
Not maggots. Oh, just forget it and stay attracted to the show.
Well, you told me to forget it.
In magnetism, opposite poles attract, meaning they pull on each other. And poles that are the same repel, meaning they push each other away. Watch. Electric motors are designed so that electricity is used to create another magnet called an electromagnet. So I don't have to stand here all day and do this.
So, how does electricity get the magnets to move as you did? He asked, feigning interest.
It's time to pull out the big guns. It's motor building time. Right up! If you try any of our experiments, make sure you do them with a grown-up and that you follow our instructions. Most important, be careful. Pencil alert!
You'll need a D-cell battery, one rubber band, a refrigerator magnet, about 3 feet of thin enameled wire. Number 26 is good. Sandpaper, 2 jumbo paper clips, and the tube from a roll of toilet paper.
All right. First, we need to wind our wire around the toilet paper tube. We leave 2 inches of wire at the top. Then wrap the wire in a tight coil 7 times around the tube, like so. And Ray?
Yes, I've got it, boss.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, it's very important that these two wires are opposite each other. Then, slide the wire off the tube and wrap the ends around the coil 3 times, like this. Carefully take your jumbo paperclip. Thank you, Ray.
No, thank you.
And uncurl it and bend the hook at the top end. So it ends up looking something like this.
Wow.
Do the same thing to the other paperclip. Stick the refrigerator magnet on the side of the battery, like so. Now, here's the tricky part. Our wire is covered with stuff called enamel. It doesn't conduct electricity. So, take your sandpaper and sand all the enamel off one end. Then, lay the coil flat on your table and sand off only the top half of the enamel on the other end of the wire so that one side of it has enamel and the other doesn't. Now it's time to put the whole motor Magilla together using the rubber band, like so.
Yes, the whole Motor Magilla coming to Beakman's World. Don't miss it. We'll motorize you this Saturday.
Here we go. Bada bing, bada bang, bada battery-powered electric motor. Liza?
You said electric motors have 2 magnets. You only have 1.
Actually, I have 2. The refrigerator magnet is one, and the coil is the other. You see, when you wind wire into a coil and send electricity through it, it becomes a magnet. This is an electromagnet. And a thing you can do with electromagnets that you cannot do with regular magnets is turn them on and off. Oh, bogoscope! Here's our motor hard at work. Electrical energy from the battery makes the coil into an electromagnet. Our electromagnet and our refrigerator magnet push each other away, and that starts the coil turning. Scraping off only half of the enamel turned the wire into a kind of on-off switch. When the bare half of the wire touches the clip, the switch is on and the magnets push apart. When the enamel half touches the paper clip, the switch is off. This happens over and over each time the coil goes around. That keeps our very simple motor spinning.
So now, Tony Crescenti, about the electric motor, I hope you know plenty.
Yeah.
Coming up next, a musical salute to head lice.
Beakman's World will be back after these messages. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Thinking caps on.
It's time to nuke your neurons. Here he is, the acupuncturist of acuity, the chiropractor of clues, the Rodney Allen Rippy of the brisk but never nippy, the one, the only, the Beakman.
You hold 'em, I'll mold 'em. Let's walk the dog.
Hey, don't even think of parking here.
This one's from Gabrielle Ruiz of Pittsburgh, PA. Dear Beakman, why do people sing in the shower?
Answer because they sound God.
Well, Lester, it is true that a shower's acoustics do make you sound better. But that is not the only reason. Scientists have learned that water falling through air creates negatively charged air molecules called ions. And these ions make people cheerful. And cheerful people like to sing.
Herb, do you mind it when I sing in the shower?
No, but I hate it when you leave feathers all over the soap. Ooh, it tickles.
Fast fact. In the United States, there is no record of a human being ever being killed by a wolf.
You see, wolves have gotten a bad rap over the years.
They mostly kill rodents.
Come and get him! How many cells are there in the human body?
Answer? Over 10 trillion. That's the number 10, followed by 12 zeros.
Wow! If you piled all those cells together in one place, they'd be as big as your body.
Nice visual augmentation, Lester.
Question. Can you tell us more about those disgusting animals?
Check, please.
Freeze, mister, and get ready, because...
They creep.
They crawl.
They're ugly.
That's all.
It's time for those disgusting animals.
Today's disgusting animal is the louse.
Oh, phew. Here I got myself all worked up, and you're just going to talk about the mouse. Sure, maybe a mouse doesn't have the looks, the intelligence, the savoir-faire, if you will, of a rat, but disgusting? Nay. You see, a mouse...
Not a mouse, Lester. A louse. And when you're talking about more than one louse, you're talking about lice.
When you're talking about more than one rat, you're talking about moving out of the neighborhood.
Lice are small, wingless insects that are disgustingly disgusting. Notice the grotesque body, highlighted by ugly crab-like legs and freaky hooked claws. Some smelling salts and you'll be as good as new. I gave him smelling peppers. Pardon my blooper. Anyway, there are two kinds of lice. Chewing lice and sucking lice.
I don't want to chew them or suck them.
Chewing lice are generally found on birds. Sucking lice live on humans and other mammals and suck our blood. Ray, please roll the film and the dice on lice. Talk about lice in the fast lane. Head lice, commonly called cooties, live in human hair. Head lice pass from one human to another through the shared use of combs and hats.
I'm gonna be sick.
A very real possibility if you have body lice. Body lice can carry diseases. Here's the best advice on lice. Wash regularly and wear clean clothes or rat suits that have been washed in hot water. Well, I hope you'll be itching to join us next time when we'll be starting from scratch on another installment of...
Those disgusting animals!
Coming up next, a 160-mile-per-hour race car you can build right in your own bedroom. Wow! Just kidding.
Beakman's World will be back in a flash. And now, back to Beakman's World.
Hey, guys. Let's get poppin' with a question.
Here's a quickie. Kristen Cowley of Central Point, Oregon writes, Dear Beakman, how do clocks tell time?
Ooh, timely question, Kristen.
Time's wasting.
Let's take time out to talk about time.
Time to move on.
Our first clock was the sun. Bogoscope. Ancient people told time by watching the sun move across the sky. They knew when the sun came up in the east, it was time to wake up. When the sun went down in the west, it was time to hit the sack. And when the sun was directly overhead, hey, it was time for lunch.
I don't need to look at the sun to know that it's time for lunch.
That's because for you, it's always time for lunch.
As time marched on, time-telling devices were invented. Ancient Babylonians told time with this thing right here, a sundial. Beam us down, Ray. The shadow the pointer makes on the sundial's base changes with the sun's position in the sky. By seeing what number the shadow points to, we can tell what time it is. Looking at our sundial, we can see it's 1 o'clock.
Mine must be fast. But what did the Babylonians do on cloudy days when the sun wasn't shining? Or at night? At night!
Well, here to answer your question is that all-time expert on time. Yes, put your big hands and little hands together for Father Time himself. Wanna buy a watch?
Oh, gee, I'd like to, but I can't tell time.
Oh, Father Time! Can you tell us how they told time at night?
Sure, dearie. Watch this. They told time with this water clock, invented for a king of Egypt around 1500 BC.
Looks like a leaky bucket to me.
It is a leaky bucket, lady. See, when the sun set, they filled the king's bucket with water, which trickled out slowly through this hole. They knew how much time it took for the water level to go down from one marking to the next. By seeing or even feeling where the water level was, the king could tell what the time it was. Got it?
And when the phone rang in the middle of the night, the king could yell, "How dare you call me at 2:03 in the morning?"
Hey, you one funny mouse.
Yeah.
What if it was night and they didn't have any water?
Oh, then it would be time for the hourglass. Yeah, it works a lot like the water clock, only it uses sand. Clever, eh? Sand trickles down through this narrow opening to mark the passage of time. Fact is, clocks back then weren't accurate enough to measure minutes or seconds. So, in 1582, that smarty-pants scientist Galileo...
Galileo!
Get out of here, you fat knucklehead. Galileo noticed that if you swing a pendulum, you know, a weight at the end of a string, it will maintain a constant rate. Yeah. See, early clocks only had an hour hand. They weren't accurate enough to measure minutes or seconds. Then somebody figured out that they could use a pendulum to control a clock's gears. That made a clock that could keep accurate time. That's because the pendulum always takes the same amount of time to go back and forth, back and forth. And the result was this baby right here. Look at that. See the pendulum going back and forth, back and forth. It works just like clockwork. Well, it's time for me to make like a clock and run. And as I always say, have a good time.
Clocks have become more and more accurate over the years.
Today, instead of a pendulum, most of our clocks have a quartz crystal. Just like a pendulum always swings at the same speed, slices of quartz crystals, when you hook them up to a little electricity, like a watch battery, always vibrate at the same speed. those vibrations cause the hands in your clock or watch to move with amazing accuracy.
Yeah, except for this one.
So, Kristen Cowley of Central Point, Oregon, I hope I fixed your clock question once and for all. Again.
We'll continue with this exciting chapter of Beakman's World when we return. So please come back and join us.
Beakman's World must now take a beaker break. And now back to Beakman's World.
What's the most accurate clock in the world? The atomic clock. Atoms of a rare metal called cesium are combined with a quartz crystal. The result is a clock so accurate that it can measure a billionth of a second.
Well, you know what they say. Time waits for no rat.
So synchronize your watches, and we'll see you next time
On Beakman's World.
You know, Herb, I've got a lot of time on my hands.
You don't have hands, Don. You have flippers.
Okay. I've got a lot of time on my flippers, Herb.
Do you have time to turn off Beakman?
Yes, I do. Just hand me that remote.
You mean flipper me the remote?
Flipper me the remote.